To get people to recognize the symptoms of mental illness.
Pete Giesen served as a Virginia delegate for more than 3 decades, and during his political career, one of his platforms has been working as an advocate for mental health. According to him, addressing mental illness is crucial.
As important as it is if somebody's there and they have a pain in their chest and need to go to a cardiologist or to a hospital and get treatment. It's exactly the same. Mental illness can lead to death in many ways. And in fact, until recently, the state police used to say to us, testify to us in the General Assembly, that they thought that about 50% of single car accidents might very well be caused by people with mental illness. That either they decide to take their own life while they're driving, or that they're so distracted by a number of different mental illnesses that they lose control of the car and hit a tree. And that has gone way down now. The police don't believe that that's the case. And the number of deaths on the highways has gone down too, as we've treated mental illness more thoroughly than we used to.
Giesen's mother was the first woman to serve in the Virginia House of Delegates. His father was the mayor for the city of Radford. He became a champion for those suffering from mental illness as he followed his parents' political footsteps.
When I first went to the General Assembly in the early 1960s, our death rate on the highways was almost over 1,000 a year in Virginia. We've come down to where it's about 600, 700 now. And the state police attribute a lot of that to putting more safety devices in automobiles, but also to the fact that people are driving more safely and that people with mental illness sometimes recognize that they are not safe at the wheel of a car and that they step aside and have somebody else drive, or if they're good and commit to their relatives or to their best friends that, yes, I've got a problem, and then go get help, then they are no longer a threat on the highways.
Giesen started his political career in 1964 as a delegate serving the 10th District. He explains still having concerns for those suffering from mental illness in Virginia.
People don't recognize the ramifications of people having mental illness. And we need to get more publicity. One of the things we try to do in the Mental Health Association is to put out information and give a place for people to get information if they need it. And that's what we do through the Mental Health Association of America.
Giesen has an undergraduate degree from Yale and received his master's from Harvard. Now he's a political professor at James Madison University.
I read one book by, you may remember Governor Linwood Holton, and he mentioned Richard Nixon and said that there were 3 things about him that he remembered. 1, he was quite smart. 2, he had some good political philosophies. And 3, he was paranoid. And said he wishes he'd gotten some help for the 3rd one because he might not have ended up getting impeached. And that, I think, is an interesting insight by Lynn Holton, who did know Nixon, actually worked for him for a while in one of his agencies after he was governor of Virginia. And there are some other signs of some others, but I'm not sure I should say so at the present time since it's current.
He says the stigma of mental health has remained throughout the years.
Still happens. We have the case of Senator Creedy over in Bath County, when his son got off of some of the medication that he was taking and actually attacked his father. His father escaped, but then the boy shot himself. And that was definitely a lapse in the mental health system. And he has given extra emphasis to mental health bills in the General Assembly since that happened several years ago, and picked up where a lot of us that were there for 30 years let off. So it is still a growing need in the state. One reason I got involved in the Mental Health Association, and that they named the golf tournament after me, to my honor, was to try to raise additional funds so the Mental Health Association of Augusta can better broadcast the symptoms of mental illness, the fact that there are services in the locality, and to help people when they need help.
The Pete Giesen Golf Tournament is scheduled to be held Friday at the Waynesboro Country Club. For more information about the golf tournament, call 540-886-7181. In Augusta County, Elaine Rackley for Breaking Through News.